Well, well, well. What is going on, YouTube? DoubleEdge Games here, and today we are going to get down with our review for Umbrella Corps that is launched on PC and PS4, which, in case you guys haven't noticed, has been getting a ton of hate. A ton of hate. It's been deemed by some as worst game of the year, and trust me, Angry Joe got a hold to it, so you know it's going to be ended up taking a huge hit. But after all that's been said and done, Umbrella Corps, when it comes to me, to tell you the truth, I actually enjoyed it. And I didn't understand that. I was going through like a crisis. I was like, how come everybody else is saying this game is so trash, but I'm having so much fun on it? I could not understand why I like the game so much. Trust me, I know the technical issues, which we will tell you about in this review, but at the exact same time, I still enjoy the game. I don't know what's going on. So pretty much, if you don't know much about my review format, it's DoubleEdge Games for a reason. On one end, you're gonna actually have all the best that I can tell you about the game. Any positives I got from the game, I'll bring them to light. And then also on the other end, it's also gonna tell you about every shitty thing about the game, just to let you know exactly which one's gonna outweigh the other one. So that's pretty much the review style we're gonna go with today. So let's just start off with the positives for right now. The thing that I enjoyed about Umbrella Corps is the fact that the game is overall fun. The game has addicting, fast-paced multiplayer. It's only 3v3, which I can understand just because they are small maps, because it does work with that formula. Because if you don't have enough players, just put them on a small map, it'll seem like it's more fast-paced. But I did like the fact that it had fast-paced gameplay. I love the customization options that you do have within the game. You can actually customize a lot of different camos on your gun, and then also any other attachments. They have tons of attachments, and then also they have a good selection of guns. And I also do love the fact that they do have good fan service. They actually show off the main memorable stages within the Resident Evil games. Like for an example, Resident Evil 5, you have the public assembly area where you actually fight the executioner for the first time. And then also you have the village, which is my favorite, Resident Evil 4, where you actually fight that horde of Ganados before you actually get the bell rung. And then also they have the original Raccoon City Police Department. They have tons of fan service here, but unfortunately I'm going to get into the negative part about that as well too. But at the exact same time, I love the fan service. They actually do have some of the returning guns from some of the Resident Evil games. I wish they would have made them completely from the Resident Evil titles, but they didn't. But they did throw some in there just for shits and giggles. And also, very last thing, it's actually a good mix. It feels like a way Ghost Recon Future Soldier mixed with the Resident Evil universe. They actually did take a good take on it, where you can actually have a zombie jammer on your back. Of course, they get shot. You have zombies hoarding on you, so you have to fight zombies and the enemy team. I thought that was a nice touch. And then also at the fact that the zombies sometimes do not play no shit, so they actually did that pretty well too. But unfortunately, that's all I have for the positives, and that's bad. So now I gotta go down to the negative, son, which is actually the first negative that I'm gonna tell you, is that this player base is not big whatsoever. I can actually find games now, seeing as that it launched in Japan, but at for the first couple days, you couldn't find. It was difficult finding any game, and then the game doesn't start unless the teams are full. So this game struggles finding 6 people regularly. That's not good. And another thing is, with the matchmaking, sometimes it runs on host peer-to-peer connection, whatever there's a host. Sometimes the host will have a shitty ass connection, and then the whole game's a lag fest. That's not good. And on top of that, when it comes to just the overall, like I said, the player base, they seem to abuse the one thing that is not balanced, which is the brainer. The brainer is not balanced whatsoever, because you can literally run around the map, get a one-hit kill. Yes, you can counter it, but if that bitch is heated up, you can't counter anything. And then the sad thing about the fact, when it's heated up, why don't they just nerf it to where you can't heat it up constantly, because they just run around the map and constantly heat it up. At least give it like a good 15-20 second cooldown, then you can heat it up again. But it just gets ridiculous, man. And I'm just gonna keep this flow going. Another thing I do not like about the game, and I'm just gonna make this completely clear, is the fact that this game was not finished. This game feels like it's an alpha. The game literally, it does not have enough content, especially for $30. Yes, it's cheaper than $60 title. At the most, I would spend a good $10 on the game, but it's not finished. There's only a few game modes, which is multi-mission and one life deathmatch, and then that's it. There's nothing else to do. And then also they do have the single player trials mode, which is pretty much the stuff you do in multiplayer, just without the players. That's pretty much what it is. It's just the zombies on the map. So the game just isn't finished. But one thing I've noticed that people haven't been saying about Capcom is the fact that these niggas keep putting out games and they're not done. They did it with Street Fighter 5, yet nobody says anything about it. They launched with like 10, not even 10 characters almost, and then they're like, oh, all future content and DLC characters, they're all gonna be free. But they should have been in the game when it came out. They're doing the same thing with Umbrella Corps right here. They're telling you all future game modes and all future maps, or whatever it is, all future stages, whatever they are going to be free. But they should have been in the game in the first place. They're selling you an alpha slash or beta, and they're not telling you that. They're just saying, oh, we're just going to sell you, what we got so far so we can make money off of it. And then the biggest offender, like I said about Street Fighter 5, is the fact that was $60. They didn't even launch with an arcade mode, son. They was that empty. Yet nobody said anything about it. But of course, it's Street Fighter, so they got hype for it. But I don't understand that, man. So that's my biggest gripe about the game, is the fact that it is not finished. Do I still have fun with the game? Do I still play it? Yeah, because I played it longer than 2 hours. I'm gonna play the fucking game because I can't get a refund for it. But at the exact same time, please, Capcom, before you come out with a game, because they knew this game was probably gonna die because they knew it wasn't finished. But at the same time, dude, just come out with some shit and make sure it's done, because clearly this game is not finished. You can't tell me that, oh, we're gonna put all this stuff in at a later date for free. It should have been in the first place, or at least tell your gamers that this shit's in beta and or alpha. At least do that to where they're not feeling to where this should be the new standard for games, because that actually kind of hurts the whole community in itself. So that's pretty much my review for Umbrella Corps. Do I recommend that you play this game? Honestly, at the price point, I wouldn't recommend, especially if you're looking for a solid shooter to play. If you play on PS4, yeah, because the player base is a little bit bigger. But if you play on PC, you can try it out for a good 2 hours, and if you like it, and keep playing it. But if you don't, return it. So it's pretty much a hit and miss with some gamers. Like, it first started off as mixed reviews, and then it just went down to completely negative once the RE fanboys came in and just hated it. But pretty much that's it. If you really want to try it out, if you got a Steam account, you got a good 2 hours if you can refund it, see if you like it or not. But if you play on PS4, I don't know if they have a refund system, but you can give it a try if the game looks interesting to you, because to tell you the truth, when all this is said and done, I'm still having fun with the game. It's not done, it has tons of issues, but I'm still having fun, and I don't know what's going on here. But I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you have a game you would like for me to review next, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed it, just like the Call of Duty commentators say, titty smack the like button. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is DoubleEdge Games, and peace out.